Dear students, I have come with the next module. We are explaining bill of exchange and its accounting treatment under various transactions. Now this module is about dishonoring the bill. So it's not sure that always the bill drawn by the party is honored on maturity date. Certain cases are there, in their bill will be dishonored. Bill will not be paid on the date of maturity. That is the meaning of the term dishonor. So here in this module also I am going to explain two problems and I am going to give you the accounting treatment also. When dishonor of bill, actually 4 accounting transactions are there. 4 type of transactions can come. 2 we are covering in this module, another 2 I will cover in the next module. So here now the word honor, dishonor, I am going to explain what you mean by dishonor. So the word dishonor is opposite of the word honor. The bill is honored meaning the bill is paid on the date of maturity. But if it's dishonored meaning it's not honored on the date of maturity. That is why dishonor is the opposite of the word honor. So the word dishonor means bill is not paid on the date of maturity. The bill is said to be dishonored in the following cases. So 5 options are there. First one is if the payment of the bill is not made. That I already told you, on the date of maturity the drawee is not making the payment. Second is bill is renewed. Some cases both the parties will agree, they will renew the bill for a future date. Next is drawee becomes insolvent. So in the case of that important people, business people and all, sometimes they will declare themselves as insolvent. So the drawee is becoming insolvent. Next is part payment of the bill only is made. See, the bill is for 10,000 rupees. So the drawee is making only 5,000 rupees as payment. So that is also dishonor. Next is if the drawee refuses to make payment. So the drawee is finding some legal loopholes in making the payment. That means he is saying that whatever the item he received is not of the standard quality. So he is not going to make the payment. So some other legal issues he is raising and he is refusing to make the payment. Now journal entries, you have to remember that the journal entries regarding dishonor of the bill will affect drawer and drawee, both the parties. So journal entries we have to make in the books of both the parties. Now one thing you have to remember, when a bill is dishonored there is a procedure called noting. You might have seen notary public, and when you go there you can see that people working as notary public. So I am going to explain that. So if the bill is dishonored by the drawee, drawer of the bill can file a case against the drawee. So that is, if drawee is not making the payment on the due date, the drawer will file a case against the drawee. So drawer has to give the necessary documentary evidence. So drawer will give all the documentary evidences, the bill, actual bill, the credit transaction, all these details he will give. The lawyer who does this work is known as notary public. That is what I told you. I have seen that many places, notary public, the board will be there. That meaning they will take care of this. Next is statement prepared by the notary public is known as noting the bill. Noting the bill meaning notary public will inform the drawee that drawer is taking legal action. Next is fees charged by the lawyer for noting the bill is known as noting charges. So these are all related terms, notary public, noting charges. So the lawyer will charge noting charges. Now after the bill is noted, holder of the bill can be either drawer. He got the bill from drawee, so that is the first option. Drawer is getting the bill. Second is endorsee. See, one module we have explained that drawer is not waiting till the date of maturity. He is endorsing it to someone for his credit purchases. Next is what we have seen in last module. They are sending it to the bank for collection, or they are discounting it with the bank. So either the bill will be with the drawer, endorsee, or with the bank. So they will request the notary public to give the certificate of dishonor. Now certificate is issued by notary public, and certifying the dishonor of the bill, the process is called the protest. Certificate thus issued by the notary public certifying the dishonor of the bill is called the protest. So dishonor, the 3 people can raise, either drawer, endorsee, or the bank. Now features of noting charges. The initiative for noting the bill is done by the person who owns and possesses the bill. So I told you 3 parties, drawer, endorsee, or bank will have the bill. Now this will be drawer, endorsee, or banker. So noting charges will be always paid as cash. Now noting charges will be paid to the party who possesses the bill. See, if drawer is having the bill, he will pay the noting charges. Later he can collect it from the drawee. So that is the arrangement. So you remember that noting charges always paid as cash, and it will be the party who is keeping the bill, they will make the payment, and later they will collect it from the drawee. So drawer will collect the amount from drawee if he has paid the noting charges. Now, hence noting charges is neither credited or debited in the books of drawer, instead recorded as cash. So I told you, whoever holding the bill, they have to make the noting, they have to pay the noting charges as cash. Later, when the payment is made, they will collect the bill amount plus the noting charges. So noting charges paid by drawee is a loss to him, therefore it's debited in his books. So drawee's books, it's always debited. If the bank pays the noting charges, bank collects it from the drawer and he will collect it from the drawee. So drawer, even if the bank is paying the noting charges, drawer has given it to the bank for collection. So bill is dishonored. So bank has to pay the noting charges. So bank will collect from the drawer because drawer is giving the bill to the bank. Then drawer will collect it later from the drawee. If noting charges are paid by endorsee, he will charge the drawer and who will in turn collect it from the drawee. So whoever keeping the bill, so they will pay the cash and later at the time of settlement, they will collect it from the other party. A compound entry is passed for noting charges along with the dishonor of the bill. We will see the accounting treatment. So accounting treatment for dishonor of bills, 4 options are there. One is dishonor of the bill if the bill is retained by the drawer. Second is dishonor of the bill if the bill is discounted with the bank. Third is dishonor of the bill if the bill is endorsed to another party. Last is dishonor of the bill if the bill is sent to bank for collection. So 4 options: retained by drawer, discounted with the bank. Next is endorsed to another party. Fourth is bill is sent to bank for collection. Now journal entries if bill is retained by the drawer. So the transaction, as our usual example, drawer is Ram and drawee is Shyam. So bill drawn by Ram is accepted by Shyam. Transaction is bills receivable account debtor to Shyam's account, being the acceptance of the bill received from Shyam. In the case of drawee, Ram's account debtor to bills payable account, being the acceptance of the bill given to Ram. Bill is dishonored on due date. So in the case of Ram, Shyam's account debtor to bills receivable account, being the bill dishonored on the due date. In the books of Shyam, bills payable account debtor to Ram's account, being the bill dishonored on due date. Now continuing with that, bill dishonored and Ram has to pay the noting charges. See here, drawer is keeping the bill. So noting charges, I told you one important point, noting charges always paid as cash, and here in this case Ram has to make the payment. So Shyam's account debtor to bills receivable account to cash account. Cash account here meaning whatever the noting charges paid. So being the bill dishonored and noting charges paid by Ram. Now in the books of Shyam, bills payable account debtor, noting charges account debtor to Ram's account, being bill dishonored and noting charges due to Ram. Because drawee is Shyam and Shyam has to pay the bill amount plus the noting charges to Ram. Now the problem I will explain. Ram sold goods to Shyam for rupees 40,000 on March 1st, 2021 and drew a bill payable after 2 months. Shyam accepted the bill and returned it to Ram on the same day. Ram retained the bill till the due date, but Shyam fails to honor when it's presented for payment. Pass the journal entries in the books of both the parties. So first one is if there is no noting charges, and second one is Ram paid noting charge of rupees 500. So here journal entries in the books of Ram I am going to explain. So the first date of the journal entry is very important. Till the on the payment, date will be different. The date of entering the transaction will be different. So the first transaction is March 1st. Shyam's account debtor to sales account 40,000. That is the credit sales. They being goods sold to Shyam on account. Second is bills receivable he is getting. Shyam is not making the payment, he is giving a bill only. So bills receivable account debtor to Shyam's account 40,000. Being bill drawn and accepted by Shyam payable after 2 months. So maturity date is after 2 months. So now we are coming to May 4th. That meaning March 1st they are writing the bill for 2 months. April, May. So May 1st plus 3 days of grace. That is how we are getting May 4th. So I am giving 2 options. First journal entry when noting charges are not paid. Second is when noting charges are paid. So section A is Shyam's account debtor to bills receivable account 40,000 being bill dishonored on maturity. Next one is noting charges are paid. So it's a compound entry. Shyam's account debtor 40,000. Bills receivable account debt of 39,500 to cash account 500, being the bill dishonored on maturity and noting charges paid rupees 500. Now in the case of Shyam, we have to see the journal entries. See, the first date is March 1st. Purchases account debtor 40,000 to Ram's account 40,000. Being goods purchased from Ram on credit. Next is March 1st. Ram's account debtor 40,000 to bills payable account 40,000. He is giving the bill to Ram on the same date. So it is bills payable for Shyam. So being the acceptance of the bill given to Ram payable after 2 months. Now we are coming to the payment. That is on May 4th. I told you 2 months plus 3 days of grace. That is how we are getting May 4th, and two options. One is when noting charges are not paid, and second one is when noting charges are paid. So bills payable account debtor 40,000 to Ram's account 40,000, being the bill dishonored on maturity. Next is when noting charges 500 is paid as cash. Bills payable account debtor 39,500, noting charges account debtor 500 to Ram's account 40,000. So that is being the bill dishonored on maturity and noting charges due to Ram. Now second option, we are now the second type of transaction. Dishonor of bill which is discounted with the bank. Now bank is having the bill. So what will be the transaction? If the bank owns and possesses the bill, dishonor charges will be charged to the drawer, because in this case Ram is giving to the bank discounting. Ram is discounting the bill with the bank. So noting charges will be collected from Ram. Drawer will collect it from the drawee. So that is the Ram has to collect it finally from Shyam. That is the arrangement. Now accounting treatment, Ram and Shyam. So first one is when goods worth rupees 5,000 is sold to on credit. Shyam's account debtor to sales account. That is the credit sales, being goods sold on credit. In the books of Shyam, purchases account debtor to Ram's account, being goods bought on credit. For Shyam it is purchases, for Ram it's credit sales. Shyam accepts the bill drawn by Ram for rupees 5,000. So bills receivable account debtor to Shyam's account, being the bill drawn by Ram accepted by Shyam. For Ram it's bills receivable. For Shyam it is bills payable. So in the books of Shyam it will be Ram's account debtor to bills payable account, being the bill drawn by Ram accepted. Now the bill is discounted. Ram is discounting the bill with the bank. So there will not be any entry in the books of Shyam. This is between Ram and the bank. So bill is discounted with the bank for rupees 4,500. So the journal entry is cash account debtor 4,500, discount account debtor 500 to bills receivable account 5,000, being the bill discounted with the bank. In the books of Shyam there is no entry because he is not involved. This transaction is between Ram and bank. Now continuing with that, bill is dishonored. So in the books of Ram, Shyam's account debtor to bank account, being the bill dishonored. In the books of Shyam, bills payable account debtor to Ram's account, being the bill dishonored. Now bill dishonored and bank charged rupees 200 as noting charges. So the transaction is Shyam's account debtor 5,200 to bank account 5,200. That is sending the bill, being the bill dishonored, and noting charges charged by the bank is 200. So the amount of the bill is raised to 5,200. Now in the books of Shyam, bills payable account debtor 5,000, noting charges account debtor 200 to Ram's account 5,200. Ram will collect the amount of the bill 5,000 plus noting charges 200 from Ram. So being the bill dishonored and noting charges paid to Ram. Now the second problem. Sujit sold goods to Soman on January 1st, 2021 for rupees 30,000, and Sujit drew a bill on Soman for the same day for the entire amount payable after 3 months. Soman accepted the bill and returned it to Sujit on the same day. On January 4th, Sujit dishonored the bill with the bank. Sujit discounted the bill with the bankers at 10%. The bill is dishonored on the due date. Pass the necessary journal entries in the books of both the parties. Two options. If there is no noting charges and if the bank charged rupees 300 as noting charges. So journal entries in the books of Sujit. Soman's account debtor to sales account 30,000. So being goods sold on credit. So remember January 1st is the date. Now next is bills receivable account debtor to Soman's account 30,000. So that is he is not getting the payment, he is getting a bill from Soman. So that is the bills receivable account debtor to Soman's account 30,000, being the bill drawn by us accepted by Soman payable after 3 months. Now January 4th he is discounting it with the bank. Cash account debtor 29,250, discount account debtor 750 to bills receivable account 30,000. So being the bill discounted with the bank at 10%. Now how we calculated discount? 30,000 into 10 by 100 into 3 by 12. So that is 3 months is the date of the bill. Now journal entries in the books of Sujit. So Soman's account debted to bank account 30,000, being the bill dishonored on the maturity date. That is April 4th. Remember that 3 months, February, March, April plus 3 days of grace. Now, so next is Soman's account debted to bank account 30,300, being the bill dishonored on maturity and noting charges rupees 300 charged by the bank. Now in the case of Soman, what will be the journal entries? First one is January 1st, purchases account debtor 30,000 to Sujit's account 30,000. He is purchasing goods on credit. So being goods bought on credit. Again, bills, he is accepting the bill drawn by Sujit. So Sujit's account debtor 30,000 to bills payable account 30,000, being the acceptance of the bill given to Sujit after 3 months. Now on the date of maturity, that is April 4th, bills payable account debtor 30,000 to Sujit's account 30,000, being the bill dishonored on maturity. Now the noting charges, that is bills payable account debtor 30,000, noting charges account debtor 300 to Sujit's account 30,300, being the bill dishonored on maturity and noting charges rupees 300 due to Sujit. So this is the module I want to explain. And please remember that the bill transactions, different types of transactions are there, and you have to remember the journal entries. So different transactions, discounting the bill, dishonoring the bill sent to bank for collection, all these options. So these are important points you have to remember, and please try to do the extra problems which is given in the description box, so that you will be an expert in solving the problems. The more you practice, the more you will experience, the more you will get the knack of doing the problem. So that is how you will learn that. And give me your valuable feedback and suggestions. Please promote and subscribe to my channel and share it with your contacts. Happy learning with Dr. Alice Mani. Thank you.